My husband has been secretly recording me and taking inappropriate photos of me and selling them online.
Huh?
Am I the a-hole if I sue him? OP, today we're gonna find out if you're the a-hole, so just let's go read some stories. Okay, so off the rip, just reading the title, my husband has been secretly recording me and taking inappropriate photos of me and selling them online. Divorce, sue, put him on a hit list. Contract killer? Okay, I probably cannot sell that. Okay, first, I want to start by saying 3 things. 1, huge trigger warning for SA. Please do not read if you are sensitive to this. Okay, guys, yep. SA warning. If you are sensitive to this, please just, you can skip ahead to the next story. But number 2, I admittedly am just looking for support here. I just lost my husband, a man whom I trusted wholeheartedly. I'm lost. Number 3, I already know I'm going to get fake and rage bait comments, but I can promise you it isn't. I wish it was, but it isn't. My husband and I have been married for 5 years, together since college. We are both in our late 20s. He's older than me by a few years, but not much. We live in our hometown. We go to church on holidays. I work in healthcare and he works in finance. We live in a beautiful house. We wanted children. We were trying. We were perfect. I loved everything about my life. I would have never thought anything bad. I have never been so hurt and ruined before. I found this out about 2 months ago when I noticed my husband had a tab open on his laptop for a bank I didn't recognize. It was open to an account. The password and username were saved. I logged in. There were hundreds of thousands of dollars in the bank account. My first thought was, my husband had another family somewhere. I wish that were the case. It's not. In fact, the money was transferred from some pay app I didn't recognize. Went to there, logged in, kept going until I found out what he was getting paid for. Me. Pictures and videos of my naked body in the shower, in bed, with him, alone, sleeping, showering, living, changing, painting my toenails, using the toilet. Like, I don't even know what to say to that. All I can imagine is like, you're over here doing your thing, and then bro's over here like, oh, my B, gotta snap a quick pic real quick. Bro, this is insane. Like, I don't even know what to say to that. I was disgusted. Never in my life have I thrown up from disgust before, but I did that night. He had been recording me without my knowledge for upwards of a year. Like I said, it was when we were having intimate times, but when I was showering too. The worst ones I found were videos of him having intimate time with me while I slept. Call the police. Call the police. This is crazier. This is like criminal. Get rid of this dude. Why? Like, that's actually insane. Somebody that you love, somebody that you trust, somebody that you think would never do this to you, doing that while you're sleeping? That is outrageous. That I even just said those words out of my mouth. I don't even feel right just saying that. That's actually crazy. He later admitted to lacing me a few times. Alright guys, I'll see you on the next video. I called a lawyer, obviously. We are about to be divorced. I'm living with my mom. I'm utterly devastated. I'm violated. I'm destroyed. I'm embarrassed. I literally fantasize about an end of the world apocalypse so that I can have an excuse to stop all this. They said I can sue him for lots of different things. My husband makes well over 6 figures a year. He has and always has had more money than I have. His parents liquidated their business when they found out what he did to me. He has been doing to me. The lawyer said it doesn't matter. I already want nothing to do with him. I want nothing more than to be rid of him. I know that my ex-husband is going to lose everything. He already lost every friend we have and his job. Should I take all of his money too? My mother says I'm being too kind to even consider not doing it. So I'm asking internet strangers because I am that alone. Should I? I hate him, and I do, but for some reason, I cannot convince myself to do it. Do it. Do it all. I don't even have to think about it. Do it all. Take his car, take his phone, take his wallet, take all his money, social security card. Like, that is actually crazy. Take everything. I don't even, like, that is grape. That is actually crazy. Take everything. This dude needs to be in jail, locked up, everything. Take everything. Not his last name. I don't know if you already have, but this is crazy. I don't even know what to say to that. That's wild. Definitely just take everything from him. I am so sorry, OP, that has happened to you. That is a horrible thing. Honestly, nobody should have to go through that. And I didn't even think that this is where the story would go this far, but it has. And yeah, I'm sorry, OP, but let's just get into this next story. Am I the a-hole for screaming at my wife that I don't want to have intimate time with her and to please leave me alone? Please leave me alone? Like, that's a little rough. Like, we could, like, come on. Please leave me alone? Like, that's your wife, bro. I don't know the context. Let's read the context. A month ago, I broke my left arm, and it was the most painful thing I have ever experienced. I had a surgery for the arm. They put me on a splint for a couple weeks, after which they put me on a cast. I will be on the cast for a few more weeks. My wife has supported me through this entire thing, and I am very grateful for that. However, she has a high libido, and she has been getting a bit frustrated. I have a high libido too, but the issue is my libido has completely tanked since I broke my arm. How many times am I going to say the word libido in like a minute? And the last thing on my mind is intimate time. I just want to get this off my chest. I just want to get off this cast, and I want my arm to heal. Every couple days, my wife would tease me and ask if I was up for it that night. She says she will do all the work and that I just have to sit back and relax. She's also excited by how much I have pent up there since I haven't used it for a month. The issue is I just don't want intimate time, and I have told this to my wife many times. Last night, when she asked me again, I just screamed and told her I didn't want intimate time and to leave me alone. I had never screamed at anyone before that, and I hated doing it, but I just wanted my wife to understand what I was going through. My wife got quiet after that, and I immediately apologized. Was I the a-hole? Okay, I see where OP is coming from, but yes, you are the a-hole. Like, it's just like, you didn't have to do all that. Like, the screaming, I don't know if this has happened because OP hasn't said it, but I don't know if there was a conversation which should have been had. I don't know if it has or it hasn't. There should have been a conversation where OP is like, hey, I don't want this right now. I'm just trying to heal, but whenever I'm done healing, like, I'm good to go. Like, go like 20 rounds. Okay. But yes, you should not have screamed at her. I think you are the a-hole. I don't think your wife is the a-hole at all, because she was just, I mean, I don't know if you communicated that that's not what you wanted, and it makes you, I would say it makes you uncomfortable that she keeps asking after you've already said no. But, OP, you're the a-hole. Am I the a-hole for agreeing to divorce my wife when she joked about it? OP, we're going to find out. Yesterday, me and my wife were just chilling and watching TV. My wife all of a sudden said that she wants a divorce and started laughing hysterically. She was quite drunk. She drinks. I do not. I was shocked when she suddenly asked me for divorce. I have been with her for the past 6 years. All this time we spent together, but she had never asked me something so absurd. I got angry and said, sure, doors that way. Send me papers, but make it fair. She stopped laughing and got sad. I am used to her sarcastic questions about it. I would do something like this or that for her absurdity, like if I would jump off the hill for her, etc. But I never saw this coming my way. But she this time got sad and angry and became serious and asked me if I am for real. I said, sure I am. You want to leave me? Then leave. I can't stop you. Or do you want me to physically stop you? She got very angry and started crying and said that I wouldn't even fight even a little to save our marriage and just agree to divorce without reacting. She asked me, have I stopped loving her? I told her I love her, but if you want to leave me, I won't stop you or beg you. My wife got very angry and slapped my chest and said, bad husband. I tried to stop her and ask her to talk to me, but she didn't listen to me. She's been ignoring me since yesterday. Today I went to talk to her, and she said that I need to become a better man and a better husband and fight for my wife instead of just agreeing to divorce like a heartless pig. And until I work on myself, she will not talk to me. And she's been ignoring me. She gave me food, sat next to me, but whenever I tried to talk to her, she didn't reply. I was thinking of apologizing, but I also thought I don't need to apologize because I didn't do anything wrong. Am I the a-hole? Okay, first off, OP, you're the a-hole for this spelling. I can't, it's you're not the spelling, the grammar, there's not a single bit of punctuation except at the end of every paragraph. It's all just commas. That was actually a struggle for me to read. I think I have a condition now that I just read that. That was actually absurd how hard that was for me to read. But so from what it sounds like, she made the joke. OP, it sounded like he was sarcastically saying as a joke back, bring on the divorce. One, I think she was the a-hole for hitting you. It sounded like it was a joke because she said bad husband, but it said my wife got very angry and slapped my chest. Okay, she's the a-hole for that. Do never resort to domestic violence. But as of you, OP, you're asking if you're the a-hole. I feel like if you were being serious when you said that, there has to have been other things that led up to that. You definitely, if you were being serious, you could have gone about that so differently. That just went from like her making a joke. Okay, also, let me just butt in and say, I do not condone making jokes like that. Making jokes where you're like, oh, we should break up. They're just not funny. They're not funny, and they could just root problems into the relationship. But that's a little iffy, OP. I need to know the context better of how you responded, and if you were being serious when you said that, you definitely could have gone about that a whole different way. Am I the a-hole for telling my son his views on white women are unfair and he ended up insulting me? We're about to find out, OP. I, 50 female, have a 22-year-old son who only dates Asian women. He always talks about how Asian women are more intelligent, well-mannered, and facially attractive compared to white women. He claims white women are degenerate, will change their attitudes after marriage, and are more likely to initiate divorce. He refuses to even give white women a chance, no matter how many positive qualities they might have. Recently, while he was visiting, we had a conversation about his preferences, and I told him that I think his views on white women are unfair and biased. I said it's important to judge people as individuals and not make assumptions based on their race. This is like, I've been saying this since day one. We need to stop looking at it as groups of people, races. We just judge people. Okay, don't judge people. I think we should think about it as if everybody is their own individual person. Why does the race even matter? He got really upset and ended up insulting me, saying I'm just like the rest and that I don't get it. He basically called me a part of the problem, like I was proving his point by even challenging him. It really hurt, especially since his father, my husband, didn't even seem to care about the argument and brushed it off, telling me to leave him alone and let him date whoever he wants. Now I'm wondering if I should just let it go or if I cross the line. Disown the kid. Divorce the husband. Problem solved. No, but for real, I think the husband responding like that, he kind of just dismissed everything, basically saying you're in the wrong. That would be a whole nother issue. Talk about that with him, maybe a little counseling sesh. I don't know. But as for your son, I just don't see how this relationship, the son and his dating life, I don't see how those relationships are going to go well, especially if you have these prejudices against certain races. Me personally, I think it should just be based off the person. I think that's how it should be everywhere. Just based off the person. If you vibe with them, if you find them attractive, it doesn't matter what race they are. Calling white women degenerate? I know there's a whole debate about like whether you can be racist to white people. I think saying prejudiced things about any kind of group of people, doesn't matter race, religious beliefs, gender. If you just saying any prejudiced thing about anybody just because of they're in a certain group, that is wrong. I do not condone that. I don't think that is good at all. You're not the a-hole, OP. Your son might be a little bit the a-hole. You want my honest opinion? Send him off to boot camp. There you go. Your problem solved. Get rid of him. Get rid of the husband. Like I said in the first story, contract killer. Okay, probably shouldn't have gone that far, but you get what I'm saying. You're not the a-hole. Your son definitely the a-hole. I feel like that's not even a question. You did not cross any line. Maybe you could bother talking about his dating life, but you are completely right in what you're thinking. But yeah, that one got me a little riled up. Let me chill. All right, guys. Last episode, I did a movie recommendation. Today, I'm gonna do something different. Y'all want a fun fact? I can give you a fun fact. Did you know that sloths are a little slow? Nothing wrong with that, but that's just how they're wired. Sloths sometimes will mistake their arms for tree branches, grab onto it, and then just fall to their death. Not a fun fact. That's actually a pretty sad fact. Why did I call it a fun fact? Like, canceled. Okay. Yeah, that's a little fun fact. I thought that. Oh, fun fact. That was a little interesting fact. I thought it was somewhat interesting. But if you guys have a comment on any kind of these stories, like, just drop a comment down below because I want to know what you guys think. These stories were definitely crazier. I'll say crazier than last episode. But hey, I appreciate you guys for being here. Appreciate the support on the recent videos. If y'all like content like this, hit that like button. And you already know what is that subscribe button there for. But I'm gonna catch you guys later.